Texas, Louisiana, New York, taking over, making so much money, pulling up in a Range Rover, quality intact, self-made, got them high motors, get the full meal, you ain't leaving with no leftovers, self-made is where it's at, and that's a fact, our impact will be felt, paid in full, everybody's back, change the game of our ways, you would think we abstract, form my own opinion, do you think we point it on the act, call a spade, game winner, minutes ball game, never doubt us, a high quality remains the same, always gotta work, build content, free my frame, try to go the other side, but man, this is self-made.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Destination Dynamite, the #1 AW Dynamite review / post show analysis in the game, and the most ethical in the game, live here on the Self-Made YouTube channel. It's your boy Marcus. I would report by saying I'm doing all right, but ladies and gentlemen, I'll be lying to y'all if I said I was, because I feel like absolute dog ass. The flu's kicking my ass. The weather's about to kick my ass because the South is about to get chokeslammed by ice and snow and all that. So everyone out there, Texas, the Carolinas, parts of Florida, Georgia, all that. Hope y'all staying safe. Salute to y'all, man. But who cares? At this point, I'm locking in with y'all. We don't miss no days off. I'm finna have a flu game tonight. And as y'all notice, I don't really got my regular co-hosts with me, Jana or Jess. But that's all right. Because here at Self-Made, we do a little something called, let me spell it out for y'all real slow, development. And in light of that, we got the homie Weezy, fresh out the Self-Made Dojo. Shout out to you, man. What's going on, bro? Welcome to Destination Dynamite. How you feeling?
Man, I'm excited to be here, man. I feel like this was a long time coming for me. It kind of came out the blue, but I was ready for the challenge. I'm literally just coming off the flu myself earlier in the week, but I'm ready to talk about some graps, some really good graps, to say honestly.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you here. And who knows? You have a good showing. You put on a ethical 4 1/4, maybe a calm little 3 and 3. Might keep you around. You might be elevated full time. We don't know. But anyways, everybody like this video, leave comments, leave super chats for the Weezy retention fund, like the homie Riley.
Send them super chats, man.
Speaking of which, the homie Riley, $2 donation to the Weezy retention fund.
Let's go.
What Dr. Umar say? Gifts. Let's go. Donations. No, for sure. Everybody, man. Leave y'all super chats. We got a whole lot to talk about. And while we at it, let's go ahead and spark that conversation right quick. And seeing as Weezy, this is your first time on the show, we're going to use this opportunity to let you have the floor for a little bit. Like, get the little lay of the land. Let the folks get to know you a little bit. You've been doing a whole lot of cool stuff in the Self-Made Discord. You've been out there for a minute. We fuck with what you've been doing, man. So, the floor's yours.
I've been one of the I guess head mods of Self-Made, and usually a few of us like to sit in VCs. If the bosses aren't doing anything, we like to get a sub community on Self-Made. Me, Baydoun, Carlos, Riley. We'll just go in and we'll just start watching whatever we want. We've been doing Royal Rumbles, doing a wheel of them. That's been a lot of fun. We really started off doing TNA 2006.
Yo, Weezy, hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off, but someone said head mod.
Said one of.
They tested your gangster, bro.
One of the head mods, bro. That's crazy. Like, come on now. Y'all know what I do for this fucking Discord, bro. I work my ass off. But yeah, like we just like to hang out. One of my biggest things is just like being a part of the community. Like, I want to make sure that everybody has something they can, if somebody can't make it to a match rec or a Paragon or even a live YouTube show, we like to put on something every night in the Discord so people can have that entertainment. That's why we just like to stream until 4 a.m. just for those night owls. But about myself, I'm a big AEW guy. I've been watching since 2019. I've been locked in every week since the birth of AEW. So this was my calling, honestly, because I don't pay attention to nothing else. I can't.
Listen, Destination Dynamite was my dream. Y'all here to hear first.
Yeah, really.
We've been here long enough for people to want to be on this channel and to be a part of this community. Y'all see that?
And it's nice to also I can talk about some of my favorite wrestlers because a lot of them wrestled tonight or last night. Like that's one thing. It's like everybody has their face, but like literally 4 of them wrestled last night, so I'm happy. Happy to get to talk about them. And I am repping my team FTR. I got to after the match they had. Come on, man. FTR good. FTR is good. We had a rough little stretch there at the end of the year.
Little.
We're making. Listen, we're on the rise up, man. We're on the rise. Okay?
I'm so sure. I don't think you want to use the words "rising up" with 2 people from North Carolina. I don't know about that. I'm just saying.
Listen, they're good people, man. They're good people.
But anyway, appreciate the Lord Dump Weezy. We appreciate you being on here. And we're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff that happened on Dynamite because to me, the big thing and the big development is, one, the world title picture for the first time in a while, like in totality, makes a lot of sense and there's a lot of connectivity to it. Yeah. And there's more than like 1 or 2 people at a time that want to go for the biggest prize in the sport, like they like to call it all the time. So great development there.
I don't understand why more talent doesn't want to go for the world title. Like you said, it's the biggest prize in sport. I feel like everybody should be striving for it. A lot of the big like the top stars of AEW should be wanting to fight for it. So there's a great lineup of challengers for MJF. I'm really excited to see like where it goes from here, leading to Revolution.
Yeah, it feels like there's dominoes lining up, and he actually felt like the overarching like theme of the show. Like where's the Hangman stuff going? When does Swerve get his opportunity? Samoa Joe's still lurking in the background. Like that whole fall off from the 4-way is still there. And then you got Bandito and Brody King. Bandito had his shot last week, was unsuccessful. And then Brody King, he's been in the background winning squash matches or standby matches like they like to call it, and he actually finally came out and full on challenged MJF last night. So we're gonna see when that ends up happening. And then obviously the big one and the biggest domino of all the fall, Kenny Omega, who by the way, he looked spry. He looked like Kenny Omega again, and we dropping the Wash King act. My man, we gonna get into that. But for right now, I want to read a super chat real quick from the homie NJPN. So, $2 said, self-made pushing young talent better than AEW or WWE. First of all, appreciate you putting over Weezy. And the whole thing about 2026 for every company out there, New Japan's doing a fantastic job at it so far. AEW has their moments. I love what they're doing with Kevin Knight currently. And in WWE, they have like 50-year-olds all over the main event scene. But you got a bunch of call-ups that happen, like and all that. But this is the year where every company needs to get their main event scene for the future in order, like now, today. Because let's face it, AEW doesn't have like an age problem necessarily. Like MJF's 29, like, Heyman's 34, like, Swerve's 34, 35. Like there's no real age issue. No. It's these are the same faces for the last 5 years in the main event scene issue. Because Swerve has been the first real new face to get the ball and actually win that belt in the last couple of years. You got Kyle Fletcher on the come up whenever that's ready to blow up, to catch when that's ready to blow up. But the dominoes need to start, rolling, especially after Will Hobbs left.
100%.
You need to really not wait so long for these guys and don't want them in a holding pattern. To where by the time it's their time, it's just like, oh shit, we wasted a year or two. Yeah,
I need 2021 Tony back, where, like you said, 5 years. It really felt like he was setting up the world title scene. We had Hangman, we had MGF, like we had these guys that we can expect to be in the world title picture and eventually win the world title. I can kind of see that happening now, like you said, with Fletcher and maybe Takeshita. I mainly see Fletcher as the most likely of the young guys to win the title soon. But I think if Tony can, rewind the clock a little bit, bring it back to 2021, kind of show us these young guys, say, hey, we're not going to wait on them. Like, we're going to push them now. Put them in main events, you did tonight or last night with Kevin Knight, putting him in the main event against a former world champion in Swerve, like one of the top guys in AEW, and really making it a 50-50. And that's the kind of stuff I want to see going forward. Not so much like a, we're not going to see it as much anymore, but like a Cope Christian or anything like that. We don't need to see that.
Please.
We don't need to see that. We're good. That was last year. We're good off that. You know what I mean? Like we're good.
We are so good on these guys, bro. We don't need 2007 WWE's main event scene like creeping up when you get all these young guys ready to win now. We don't need that.
Yeah, like Fletcher is ready now. Like if Fletcher could win the world title next week, and I don't think anybody would bat an eye. Honestly, that's just how ready he is. He's just ready for it.
Yeah, but just don't wait so long and don't waste 2 years of their career by the time they're like 30 when they could have won it at 27, 28 when they were already ready there. Yep. And by the time then, contract's about to be up and they're thinking, oh, do I really want to stay here? Do I want to keep going? I know I'm in the plans, but they wait a little too long for me. I felt like you don't want to fall into that situation. But we'll really, really dive into this topic when we get to Kevin Knight and Swerve, because that's the real big bullet point on the first part of the year of that I want to really see get expounded upon later on. But we're going to keep rolling. I'm going to read a couple more of these super chats real quick. And Jen, once again, $2. You always come with the funny ones. So when we putting that platinum on Mr. Pestock. Bam. Yo, I saw that Bishop Dyer, Barry Corbin, whatever the fuck you want to call him, standby match last night. I was like,
Big Tom.
Yo, I know it's Orlando and every wrestler and their grandma lives in there, so they're all backstage and they're all just there because, again, they had to cancel Collision because it was supposed to be in Texas and because of storm. That's not happening no more. Yeah. And then everything was taped in Orlando, so he just kind of just said, fuck it. Have a dark match. You have a dark match. You eat catering or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I will caution, it was funny. I know. Do not get pre-mad about things that probably won't happen, guys. I'm cautioning you now. This is something that tends to happen with WFC.
Yeah.
Avoid getting pre-mad.
This has happened before. We've seen people that have dark matches where we hear about it and then we never see them on television. It happens a lot.
Or someone's backstage and then they're never ever gonna actually.
Yeah, sometimes they're just there to hang out. To watch from the back. They're not trying to get a contract. They're happy where they're at. So
it's like, guys, you know why it gets reported to like FIFO or whoever? Because they're telling you that, hey, I'm backstage, guys. That's literally what it is most of the time. So just breathe. It's funny. It's hilarious. To some of you don't want to see these motherfuckers ever. I don't. I know Weezy don't.
No. I'm good.
Yeah. Homie Chi-Town Spurs, $20. Appreciate it once again, homie. Marcus, thank you for changing this young man's life. I really enjoyed last night's show. So far, MGF isn't falling into the traps of his first run. The constant remains, however, not enough time for the women's division, in my opinion. Yes, that's been a thing for like 7 years now. That's the danger of getting one match when you have a division just loaded now. Like, it's not 2020 anymore, where it's like, okay, Big Swole is the only person that's like in the No, you have way too many talents that could actively put on matches. And then you have Collision where it's like 2 matches per show most of the time, and then Dynamite's only 1. It's a little weird dichotomy. But yes, I do. I am a charitable man. We are self-made charitable men. But I would like to say Weezy in the Self-Made Dojo, he took all the proper instruction from everyone. Ayo kicked his ass in training every day from sun up to sundown. Chris O'Brien called him a worthless piece of shit every other day. Rob was like, Rob just stood in the corner just shaking his head like, damn, I don't know if he's going to make it. And then the worst punishment of all, he had to wash Ibu's drawers and feed him his Choco every night.
Yes.
But here he is.
Awful.
He a brave smile on his face. It's been a long fight. It's been 1.5 years in there. Here he is today. He got his young lion gear off. He's ready to go.
I'm ready. I feel like Aaron Wolf, man. I'm like, I feel like my Wrestle Kingdom, ready to shock the world, prove the doubters wrong. I'm here to stay, man.
Hell yeah. Papaya King, $5. I'm gonna read this real loud. A lot of folks don't develop talent to have this crowd on YouTube, man. Hey, that's facts. Some people can't do it on YouTube. I don't know. Shout out to all y'all, the best mods. Thoughts on Death Riders, Don Callis feud, and where it might lead. I'm gonna let you have that one.
Man, it's tough to see where that leads. I'm assuming it's going to lead to a Mox Okada rematch, but I actually enjoy this feud because I feel AEW has a lot of heel factions, but not any good like babyface factions to fight the heel factions. So having a feud between the two main ones in the Don Callis family and the Death Riders, it adds a sort of like element of like who's the baddest motherfucker on the show.
Right.
Like Don Callis family wants to prove, hey, like we are here, like we have the numbers, but Death Riders are saying we are just badass motherfuckers. We are, we don't like you have the numbers on us, but we're just tougher. We're stronger than y'all. And that's what the street fight was trying to prove, was like listen, like you have the numbers game, but hey, we have guys too. I'm not afraid to pull out barbed wire. I'm not afraid to pull out glass. I'll put you through a table. That's just like kind of the stuff that like I like to see. Is I kind of want this to continue. Just kind of throw in random Death Riders against some of the Don Callis family. It just adds an extra element to the weekly television, and it doesn't feel like the heels are always on top of the baby faces. It kind of it evens it out a little bit.
Yeah, it feels like because the Don Callis family has like so many people in the faction, you can roll out different lineups every other week against the Death Riders and be like, okay, that line may work. Let me substitute in Lance Archer and El Clone this week. Let me substitute in Davis and Doyle this week. Let me sub in Josh Alexander this week with Hechicero or Kyle and whatnot. Like you can sub guys in. It's like a basketball game. It's like your game 4. This lineup has like a minus like 28 together when they're on the floor for a certain amount of time. So you just rip it up, bend that lineup, try a new one that's like plus 45 together, and get them extended minutes to see where it goes. Like, it's that type of stuff.
Yeah, and it's all strategy,
Yeah. Not to mention, actually, this is where the super chats lead us and guide us, because we're gonna park it right here and talk about that street fight. So it was Jon Moxley and the Death Riders JV squad, Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta, versus Hechicero and the Don Callis family JV squad, Lance Archer and Rocky Romero. Wonder who's getting pinned here, but that's neither here.
It wasn't obvious or anything,
Just you want to give Rocky some minutes. He may or may not get the pin, may tap, no. But anyway, I had expectations going into this. This will be really fun because it's Jon Moxley in a plunder match, and he's going to do something crazy. And he pulled out a fucking glass barbed wire board for the love of the game. That's my Continental Champion, bro. Like, the Death Riders, they changed nothing. They learned nothing. They apologized to no one. They didn't bring up the fact they were domestic terrorists for months on end. They just let Jon Moxley go in the Continental Classic and wrestle for the love of the game, win the whole thing, say, I love wrestling again, and we bought it.
Those beasts.
I can't even. Hey, man. Fairs to you, Jonathan Good. Fairs to you, Death Riders. This was really fucking fun.
Dude, I actually was worried about this match going in. I had no idea it was on the card until it said up next is the street fight. And then I kind of saw, I was like, well, this might be a Mox carry job. But really, like, I think one of my standouts for the match was Lance Archer. Yeah. Like, I think Mox and Lance just have really good chemistry. When they were in the ring together, it was just really fun. Lance choke slamming Yuta the L through the announcer table. It was like table exploded, and it was just little things like that. And then
he just tossed him in that thing. That motherfucker just
boom. This I swear it was like it literally disintegrated. I've never seen a table break like that, and Yuta just disappeared. I will say DG no longer in the shorts. Like that
Thank
is a
you.
plus for me.
He
That is a
dropped the
plus.
weak ass and one shorts,
He
bro. You're not
dropped the
Escalade.
shorts.
You're not built like that. You're dressed like fucking you Root from Euphoria for a minute. He got tights now. Death Rider branded tights. You finally got your jersey. It's like the kid who's last pick for the JV squad, who gets like the hand-me-down, like extra large, like maybe even 3X, like in basketball shorts. They'll be 145, 160 pounds soaking wet. And it looks like a fucking skirt on them.
Yeah.
Finally, get some tights, brother. You look a lot better, and you actually look like you belong in the damn place. And I'll give him credit for a show that I thought were some encouraging signs came to young talent doing some things, and a year in which this is a business-wide thing where they have to really get going with younger guys. I thought Yuta had a really nice showing. I thought Garcia himself also looked like he belonged in this place.
Yeah.
And the big important part, because Jon Moxley will do his best to take care of his guys. Like, that's always been a thing. Did it for Hobbs, did it for Hangman whenever they feuded. Like, he let DG get the win. Like, he got the win.
Yeah, you have the Bulldog applied, Rocky escapes, and DG comes in, power driver, and gets the sharpshooter. That like the Dragon Tamer stomp combo was disgusting.
It's godly. Because the Dragon Tamer by itself, he almost never wins with it because someone always slips out of it when he tries to wrench back. Mox said, no, you will not be slipping out of this. I was stomping your damn head, and he's just going to make you pass out from the pain.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Another thing I want to mention from this match, it was Pat coming out with the crutches and hitting Lance. This was like so crazy. You just see Claudio out of nowhere run up, like Pags holding up the crutch and just like almost like Lob City Clippers, like Chris Paul throwing the lob up to Blake. And Claudio just comes in, grabs it, and out of midair just hits Lance with it. I thought that's what reminded me of.
This was when this is the dunk where they lobbed it up to DeAndre Jordan and he just murdered Brendan Knight. It was godly.
Like, or even like
very easily
Wade and LeBron. Like,
yep. With Jason Terry.
God, yes.
Yeah.
Like it's. I just felt like it was such an alley-oop moment. It's just like I'm gonna think about that spot for a while, just because it's like it was just so awesome, so funny to me. That's my immediate thought. Just
you never think the Death Riders of all factions will be doing like alley-oop as fucking spots in a match, but it just worked. Like Pac just came in, he sold the Darby Allin stuff from last week, hit Lance Archer on his leg, and then I didn't even notice Claudio until I like turned around. I'm like, oh shit, he's been dunking. He dunked the table, did the electrical board spot, like the sparks flying and shit.
Oh yes, that was sick.
That was awesome. And then John just going through the damn glass and the barbed wire.
As soon as he pulled it out, I knew he was going through. I was like, nobody else is taking this spot other than Mox. Like, he's the only one psychotic. And I didn't even know tags were on it until he went through and there was tags in his back. Yeah. I was like, that was awesome.
Also, I will say, shout out the commentary team last night for saying, like, because I think it was early in the match where, like, they had Cero on the ramp in a submission. He tapped. I was like, wait, did he tap? And then they quickly explained, no, it's not false count anywhere. It's a street fight. Has to happen in the ring. I'm like, okay.
In the ring, yep.
There you go. I also like to give a shout out to Marina Shafir real quick. She is number one with a bullet on my list. I make the joke all the time on here. She's number one on my I wish they were a good wrestler list because she just does so many cool things and she just adds so much to this team. It would not work the way it does without her contributions. Like I would like to give her a shout out to that. She backs down from no one. She low blows Lance Archer to help ride into the finish and get him out of the match. Puts him in an armbar when she's about to get fucking powerbomb. Like that was sick.
Yeah. I thought she was going through the table. I was like, oh, here we go.
Let's get it. Equal opportunity,
Let's go.
Shout out to everybody. The match was really, really fun. Post-match, Mox just bitches out Don Callis, which is going to be a recurring theme throughout this show. I mean, tell your boy I ain't hard to find.
I ain't hard to find. I was like, ooh, Mox spitting, man. Don't play with that man.
I'm ready to spin the block. Come get me.
Yeah, it's the fucking universe, man. That's the ace, man.
Hell yeah. I never once called you Dean Paquette. I never once called you John fucking good. I never once called you anything derogatory.
We didn't call you Mox with the CKS. I swear we didn't call you Mox with the CKS, bro.
No, I promise, man. Ain't no one gonna touch you in the city, man. Ain't no one gonna mess with you. I'm enjoying this. They're basically just baby faces by osmosis, and everyone's just going along with it, which is funny. I'm locked in to see that rematch with Okada, or if it's Takeshita, or if they do the Okada rematch and Okada just wins back the belt and they reunify and bring back the unified belt. See what happens.
Yeah, I want to see Mox Fletcher again. I think that would be a fun one to run back.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Read some super chats again real quick. NJPN once again, $2. Thank you very much. John, thanks for proving hashtag them wrong. Hashtag never flinch. They didn't want John Moxley to succeed. They didn't want him to tell his story the way he wanted to tell it all last year. They didn't want him. He told y'all, sit back and enjoy the ride. Did you listen? You listening now? Hey, man.
That man's been on one, bro. On one.
He's super duper locked in. I'm really happy he is because a locked in John Moxley is a net positive for his promotion. And we got a special message from the late night grin over here.
Oh.
This show is a tribute to the towering legacy of Joseph James Hobart. Enjoy.
Love you, dog.
Shout out Joe Hobart.
I'm wearing my FTR shirt for him, man.
Yeah, he's doing it for you. He's wearing the wrong shirt in the wrong set and the wrong hood. Just for you, Joe.
I had to.
All right, let me read a couple more of these. Then we're gonna get on to a couple more of these segments. Oh, and by the way, poll in the chat for Real Murzik match of the week. The street fight is on it. It's a street fight. Swerve and Kevin Knight, and the third match is
Speedball Joe.
Speedball Samoa Joe. I will put the Kenny match on there, but we're gonna talk about that especially for we have our whole ticker here just for that match alone.
Yeah.
So stay tuned in for that. Keep getting y'all super chats in, man. 172 in here watching the show live. Like the video up, leave comments, all that stuff. Subscribe to the Self-Made Patreon. Wheezy, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost the dear people here that are not subscribed to the Self-Made Patreon / Discord to get in?
It's only going to cost them a simple $5. That's it. Just $5. That's it. You know, you can upgrade from there. You can go from, $10 to recommend matches. You can go to 20 to get the speaker role, or you can even go to 100 if you really love Self-Made. Join the Paragon tier. You can recommend a series of matches, a whole pay-per-view, a few episodes of a TV show. You can do a basketball game, football game, movie, anything you really want. As long as it's not too long, we're willing to do it.
Yeah, and we even got a brand new tier for $4, the Capo tier. Got a whole lot of stuff going on there. Evil had a show there last night. It's a little call-in thing. If y'all call in...
Backup Hangman Radio.
Yep, Backup Hangman Radio. Call in, give his real unfiltered thoughts on the state of professional wrestling and things going on that he likes in the business. $4 to get in there on the YouTube channel. Got gaming behind there.
The Sandbox, yeah.
Yeah, Sandbox.
Hang with Hobart every other Wednesday. There's a lot of good content. A lot of good content on there. Like, definitely go check it out. I'll be in there. I'm always in there, especially hanging with Hobart if I'm available. If I'm not working, I'm gonna be in chat. Come say what's up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, got the homie Johnny X Big Man $4.99. Mr. Self-Made is my present himself, Wheezy. Congrats, big dog. Sadly, I'm not home, so I can't put you on the big TV. Just know if I was, I'd do it again.
I appreciate that, Johnny. Thank you so much, man.
Always, always, always. We love Wheezy over here, man. And, okay, sure. Johnny Bernie, $1.99. Hangman Page, the Blue Skyer, the Tesla driver. Look, man. Don't be dumb and take pictures with people who got weird cases or hang out with people that got weird cases. I'm begging you guys. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
That's it. Nothing else to say.
Yeah. And JPN $2. Miss Hart and Mr. Ass Graps. My God, 20 times. It's so bad. Look, man. Collision is a show this week for extenuating circumstances.
No.
Storm.
I gotta give Tony like a little bit of leeway. A
little bit.
Only a little bit. He still didn't have to book some of those people onto the show. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. But
we didn't need Billy Gunn here.
But I know. Just,
apparently, the entire Bang Bang gang is like dead. So I guess.
Yeah, all hurt and can't fly out. Just like dang.
Yeah,
it's a rough time, man.
The Junior Hart Willow match, it makes sense storyline wise for what they're doing. Yeah. It's just one of the matches where does it make sense? Yes. Do you want to watch it? No. It is what it is. All that type of stuff. But anyway, keep getting these super chats in. We're going to read them all day long. We got a whole lot of stuff to talk about, and we're going to get into another topic that that's near and dear to my heart. First of all, Kenny by God, Jerome Bartholomew Brown Omega. We're so back, Weezy. We're so fucking back.
I'm fired up just thinking about it. That's the fucking god of this shit, man. Kenny by God Omega. Just we've never been more back, but he's never left. You know what I mean? People are saying that he was falling off. We're not going anywhere.
They call him washed. They say he don't got no more. They say his stomach hurt. They say he ain't got no knees. But we came there. Josh out there, he didn't want to shoot the fair one. He jumped us. He tried to do the whole concrete thing gimmick before the match. But it came with a Snapdragon. We put his ass on that concrete. Terminator dive. We bitching out that fuck nigga Don Callis on the commentary desk. We doing our thing. And we hit that one winged angel. We hit that V trigger. We did all that. And Kenny, genuinely, like, honest to goodness, he looked explosive.
He really did. Yeah.
He looked just like Kenny Omega, man. Like, I know he's 42 years old and he has lost a little bit of a step physically because, well, look what he's been doing since like 2017, dog. Like, that's godly output he's been doing for years. And he still got the game all smashed. This is his first Dynamite match, one singles match. In almost 2 years, almost a year, 2 years damn near. Like,
it's been a long time.
He wrestled Dynamite since Brian Cage?
That was January last year. I think that's right. Yeah.
Glad we got him back, man. I'm glad he's in the title picture.
It might have been after that. We might have seen. It might have been Kenny Blake Christian.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, when he won the national championship. Yeah, after that.
This match was. I actually thought this match was fucking great. Honestly, it really was a return to form for Kenny. You could see the explosiveness immediately as soon as he started to get his offense in. He did his moonsault off the barricade. Did his dive over the ropes to start. And after that, I was like, okay, hold on now. Like, are we back? Are we back?
He's moving.
Yeah, he was moving hard. And I honestly think, like, this was one of Josh's, like, best matches in AEW since he's coming in. Probably his best match since his Hangman match in his debut.
Yeah.
Just hard hitting.
He had on Dynamite was really good too.
Oh, that was a good one too. It's like just some of the stuff that like I'm surprised Kenny took some of the stuff he did because Josh was like killing this dude. He's the slam onto the apron. I was like, dude, I don't know why he took that. I don't know.
Crossbody he does when they're on the outside.
Then Josh Alexander doing the top rope fireman's carry, rolling slam or whatever it was. Like I thought that was disgusting. That was disgusting. And there was that suplex over the ropes that right in front of Don Callis. I thought that was an interesting moment, just because you almost saw like a moment from Don of him breaking this like I hate Kenny Omega like shtick.
He's like, damn, is he good?
Being like, he's like, is he okay? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Like,
and then the rep Bryce got in the way because then he was going to stop him again. And he was like,
no, I was like, hold on, what's going on with this dynamic? Like, are we switching gears to something? I'm like, I don't know what the game plan is here. I'm very interested to see if that goes anywhere, because I think it should. I don't know. I kind of like that.
Yeah, down the line, this should eventually be like okay, I have a grudge and respect for you. I was wrong. Like, Kane should just go on a rampage the next like month or two, where he's just winning matches. He looks great. He's back, basically on some Karate Kid, you're the best around type shit, where he's got that look back, he's got that hunger back. He looks like Kenny Omega again, and he's ready to come for that championship. And even Don got to sit back and say, "Damn, maybe I did give up on him way too early."
Yeah, I think you kind of keep doing something like this with Kenny until Revolution. I think Revolution is when you run the MJF Kenny match for the main. Just let Kenny have the main again for a pay-per-view. I just love seeing Kenny Omega at the top of the card. It brings me back. It just makes me feel. Yeah, it really just feel right. Like, if you have Kenny Omega in your company, I feel like he has to be at the top. And he's been great, like graceful with taking a step back. Healing himself to get to a point where he is confident in his ability, and that's what I like about his promo afterwards. He said, "Hey, I'm ready." He said, I feel the best I've ever felt.
He's like, I'm back, motherfucker. Ain't no watch king, ain't no stomach hurting, ain't no knees hurting, ain't no rest for the weary. I am back. I am Kenny Omega. And yes, I live in Orlando. Doxing myself a little bit here. But he always got throwing a little bit of charm and whimsy in the promos. But he's like, yeah, I'm ready for that championship. I know I got to keep winning, but this was just step one, and I feel great. I'm locked in. None of you motherfuckers in the Dark House family can fuck with me when I'm at this state. So don't even try. Or if you want to try, spin back after I win that belt. Not if, when.
When. That's hard. That's hard, bro. I can't lie. Like I said, hold on. Like maybe my thoughts and plans of future, like end of the year type stuff. Like maybe he's got to change. Maybe Kenny you got to win a revolution. Like maybe run.
We're gonna have to. What they be saying to friends? Pivot.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I think we might be looking at a pivot.
I do gotta mention this. TNA not running this match when they shot an angle for it when Kenny was in the company as their world champion is crazy.
Dude, nuts. It's like Josh was doing his best work there too. Like Josh was good, and they just decided, man, we're good off that.
We may run it, we may not run it, but why would you shoot it in? Why TNA? Why? Just do it.
It just makes no sense, man. Low TNA is the reason.
Yeah, that's why someone's getting feast or fire tonight. But Here's super chat real quick. Boy SMG, $5. Appreciate you. Lance Archer is still awesome and definitely deserves a spot in Don Cal's family rotation. Also, hashtag give Weezy the Supermax. Well, we're in negotiations. The bosses got a contract drawn up. Weezy and his agents are looking at the numbers currently. We'll see where it goes. But we're enjoying Weezy here. I'm enjoying Weezy here. Appreciate the love. Came up in the dojo. It's a homegrown product. And, keep these super chats rolling. We got a whole lot to say. I know Weezy got a whole lot to say. We just out here shooting this shit.
I don't get to speak my mind a lot about AEW, so this is a nice time for me. Kind of getting to express my feelings of the company I watch. So
express your feelings, let it all out.
Yeah.
Easy, huh? All right, it's not too much. Not too much.
Come on, man.
See, y'all can't be playing him from the sidelines, man. This is why he on the screen. He's doing this thing.
Facts.
Can't be doing all that.
It's hating, man. Just hate us. That's all right. That's all right, though.
Yeah, that's cool. But anyway,
okay.
Speaking of a Don Callis family, let's just say next week they're going to attempt to leave with something because next week we're in Austin, Texas. We'll get into it a little later, but just a little blurb. We have 3 title matches set. 2 of them featuring the Callis family. 1 for the tag team championships, Davis and Doyle versus FTR. And a match that was supposed to happen on Collision instead got bumped up to Dynamite. For the TNT championship, Mark Briscoe versus El Clone. So they gotta leave us something here, I would imagine. Yeah. El Clone, I really think absolutely no ifs, ands, or buts should win that TNT championship. Davis and Doyle, I would probably give him the the tag team championships. Excuse me. I wouldn't be shocked if it just didn't happen and we just kind of went back to what we were doing. But I'd take a chance and then just let FTR chase it back if you want to do that, or just have Davis and Doyle just run them over and just call it a day. I don't care either which way. Let's do something different. Yeah. Let's try.
I think Davis and Doyle would be a cool switch from what we're used to. Just, we usually expect FTRs, and they're going to retain, but I think, you completely throw the audience off. You have them win. And you kind of just show these guys are both good in ring. You have a Mike Peace and Don Callis. They don't need promo work. They're fine where they're at. They can just be brawlic dudes and beat people up. I think that would be a sick move. Do I think it will happen? Probably not. I think Jet Speed will probably be the ones to take the titles off FTR. I don't know when.
Hope so.
I would assume Dynasty or something around that time, maybe Double or Nothing, But just I don't know. El Clone beating Mark Briscoe definitely should happen though. He's not doing anything with this title, man. I just.
It's do we need him versus Kyle Fletcher part 7,000? Do we?
No.
Just let El Clone win it. Let Hologram come back when he's ready to come back and then let him feud for it. Just do that. Because you already got him debuting in the eSport arena just like Hologram did. Just let him win the championship here. Just let him do that.
Facts.
Yeah.
I agree.
And to take this whole Kenny Omega thing full circle with the World Championship, again, I always like to say, if Kenny Omega is in your company, if Kenny Omega is healthy and ready to go, and he wants to wrestle for your World Championship, he's wrestling for your World Championship, no ifs, ands, or buts. And speaking of that World Championship, MJF did the whole kick the show off of the promo thing, which usually I'm not all that keen on because I'd rather just start with the wrestling. That's more of a structural program thing for me personally. Yeah. It's my preference. But here, he just put over being the world champion and put over how important being the world champion is, which is great. Get the whole hold the damn belt by his waist and have the camera zoom in on and say, I'm the best. This is the biggest prize in the sport. Blah, blah, blah. Mention all 75,000 people who are trying to wrestle for it. Hangman, Swerve, Joe, beat Bandito last week. Mention Brody King ever so slightly. Swerve, and all that jazz. And then Brody King comes out. It just says straight up, I'll leave here with something eventually. I'm challenging for that belt. Fuck it, right here in Orlando. Might as well. Which is a shit that never ever works. Ever. Like, they never accept the match because why would you?
No.
And MJF wisely didn't accept the match. And he gave a nice logical reason, which I'll give him credit for doing so. You have beaten Keon Coleman, basically, for the last 2 weeks.
They love cookies, man. I don't know.
We get that Grace the Young wrestler.
Guess you better start doing your job.
That's the Beyond number one. Hey, you're wrestling like a bum.
Like a bum.
It was smart. You're wrestling John Cruz and whoever else. Great matches and a great way to keep Brody in the fans' minds while all these other wrestlers are competing for the spot and opportunity in MJF. And Brody just kind of biding his time and just kind of quietly building up wins. Even though he's eyeing it because he said as much like 3 weeks ago. But again, building up a bit of a resume and then MJF basically saying, yo, beat somebody, work for them, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
And then Brody just bitched him out and barked at him and made him do the fucking Looney Tunes crawl out of the damn arena. Way to show your ass, Max. I'll give you that. He's doing the whole territory heel world champion thing where he's like, he got this thing working, he's got that guy working, he's got this rivalry like bubbling up under the surface. These young wrestlers getting caught up in the twist with Jet Speed and Hangman and Swerve and all that. And then Brody in the background calling his shot. And this is the good part, I'll say, about the first part of the year for AEW. Their first pay-per-view isn't until like middle of March this year. Revolution's not until like March, 15th or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's 15th.
Yeah, it's like a lot later than usual on the calendar. So you have an opportunity to build up like multiple challengers at once. Because for one, it's your world championship, and all of your top stars should be vying for that world championship, no matter what they got going on.
Yeah.
And they can fight amongst themselves for it. And that gives you good TV matches. It gives you TV matches with importance. It allows you to bring in like the Jet Speeds of the world and kind of get them caught up into it a little bit. Whilst they're also like trio champions, they got their own stuff going on. And then it allows you to set up TV title defenses like the one with Bandito last week. It allows you to set up a match in Australia with whoever else wins. Like maybe Brody gets that title shot there. Maybe
that's what I'm thinking.
You do Hangman there. Maybe Swerve. You don't know. Or in one of them, you save for Dynasty a little bit down the line to give you a big title match. But yeah, it sets your world title picture up and it makes the championship the most important part of the show. And the most notable part of the show where everyone's gunning for it in some way. And Brody is someone that everyone's want to have an opportunity to get a real main event level push. And you want to bring new faces into your scene. Because like we said earlier, it's not an age problem, it's a same faces problem. You want to have a Brody King who's really talented and people really love. Bandito, by the end of the year, 100%. Absolutely. Like he's like your most magnetic star on your roster by far. And he's got an opportunity to wrestle for the championship. It gives MJF a chance to spread his wings and it allows him to accentuate his positives and his strengths as a wrestler, as a talent, instead of trying to be all things to everyone and everybody like he did the first go around.
Yeah.
The mixed and straight up just like critically panned results. Now, he's just a classical territory heel and he's got multiple things going on at once. And he's cutting promos that he's not doing the whole 15-minute monologue where the show slows down to a crawl. And he's just kind of cutting to the chase more than he did before.
Yeah, I thought this promo was great. Like, this is my favorite version of Max, honestly. Just it was his the way he's been champion reminds me, it's been very Flair-esque, the way he cut his promo. You know, just and like you said, that like the territory kind of style of the you know, how he's holding the championship. I like the way he put the belt over, like you said earlier. Like it may, like it's something that people want to have. Like he wants to be like, if you're the best in the world, like you're gonna want this belt. Like I have this belt, so I'm the best.
Yeah.
I'm the best
If
of the
anybody
best.
tells you different, they're lying to you because they don't have the belt. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, legit. And also he also put over how beautiful the belt is. I think, that's top 3 belt, like most beautiful belt ever. Like that, it is a gorgeous belt. So
New Japan shot themselves in the foot being the most beautiful belt, but thank you, Yoda Tsuji.
Yeah, Yoda Tsuji brought us back to number 1. I think the AEW World title is definitely like a number 2 on like best looking, title. But I think the opportunity Brody has, this is like, it's pretty big, honestly, for him. I've been a fan of his, since he came and, debuted in 2022, which was the start of the year. He's been here for 4 years, just kind of sitting in tag teams and, getting a chance to really like spread his wings and kind of prove like, hey, I can do this. I could be a main event Haas. I think this will be a big showing for him. I'm assuming we're going to see kind of him run the gauntlet. I would assume until Grand Slam Australia, which is like middle February.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you put him up against guys like he says, like you have to fight elite level talent. It's some people are going to be like, oh, what do you consider elite level talent? I could see him going against guys like like a Hechicero or like Beast Mortos, even like a Brian Keith on like a Collision. Just the something to add on to be like, hey, I'm beating these guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
and then you got the whole fallout from the 4-way from World's End. I haven't beat Samoa Joe and knock him out of the running.
No, that would actually be pretty big and cool, like honestly, and really push Brody King to where like, there was moments where like we wanted a main event Haas and it was tough to get it. We wanted, they tried to give it to Wardlow, didn't work. Yeah. And then, we didn't get the chance to see, we got Powerhouse a little bit at the start of last year, but he kind of just fell back in to, not his fault in any way, but fell back into just being the enforcer in a faction. And since he left, it's like, okay, TK, you have to find a big, like these big men are some of the best parts of the show. Like honestly, Powerhouse was one of the best parts, like just awesome in ring, and Brody's awesome in ring. Like you have to show their talents. You have to. Yeah. And I think TK's finally realizing that.
You don't even have to change your in-house style for Brody King either.
Yeah. You really no, you don't. Like the way Brody wrestles, like we've seen it, the way he's wrestled. Darby's a one of a kind type of wrestler, but his matches with Brody, or his matches with Brody and Darby, was like, it was great. It was great. Insane. Yeah, they were incredible, and it wasn't just Darby. It's not one man in the ring. It's not a carry job by any means. Like Brody held his own. Like we've seen Brody wrestled in Japan. His match against David Finlay was incredible too. Like like stuff like that. It's very it's tough to push a Haas in certain positions, especially now. And like WWE kind of does it with way they're doing like Braun or Obafemi, but in AEW more people kind of want more wrestler types. They want Ospreys, they want Swerves. They're not looking for just a big meaty guy. Brody could do exactly what some of these guys are doing. He can wrestle.
Yeah, he can wrestle his ass off in saliva riding your scene. Because again, you need new faces in this title scene, like now, and he's a perfect guy. People will absolutely take seriously. He's very credible. People love him for years, and he's and give him a real chance to actually be that main event or upper mid card guy that he always could be. Because he was always the heavy in the faction since like 2017, 2018. We all know what happened to the first one. No need to relitigate. And House of Black, we all know what happened to that too. With Malachi, just it is what it is. Yeah, no job. Back's working now, ain't it? But and then Hounds of Hell, that looked like it was gonna be an exciting tag team. Then Buddy just shattered his ankle. Wilson Buddy. And then now it's got between Brodito got red hot and then got over, and it revitalized the tag division for a while there at tail end last year. And now Brody, he can have an opportunity, him and Big Deal both, to add new exciting talents to the main event scene. And I'm happy to see where this goes. I would absolutely do him and Samoa Joe as an eliminator, number one contender style match. Because you basically there's going to be a collision course with all these guys that go in for Grand JF. And you have like 2 months of TV basically to really hammer that down. And you can knock Brody down for a match in Australia and have him beat Joe and knock him out temporarily. And then Swerve and Hangman, they can wrestle each other or any variation of all these guys. You know, we can do that. And I hope that's where we end up going. So this segment, way to show face, MJF. You can say all you want, you weren't running, but we saw you, bro. And we know you're watching this program. We heard the Looney Tunes music. We saw that face, brother. I see bitch when I see it, bro. Speaking of which, the reorient is back into the title picture stuff. EL, $5. Weezy gonna be a main eventer before El Hijo del Taz is a mid-carder at this rate. Speak of, put him on Honor Club for the love of Riccaboni. Brother, I'm not putting him on Honor Club. I'm gonna send his ass like the Indians or some shit. No, far away from me. And we don't call him El Hijo. We don't call him by the name he likes to be called.
That brother is Tyler.
Exactly. That is Tyler. GQ was calling, bro. You date Dame Dash's daughter. You don't think ASAP Rocky could have used somebody for the helicopter music video? You're perfect for that hook. Go do that. Go out and be that. We don't need you wrestling and doing bad stomps on the outside. Speaking of which, the opening match, another one of our Real Music nominees in the poll. Make sure y'all vote on that in the chat. We'll reveal the winner at the end of the show at the Final Destination segment. Speedball Mike Bailey, 1/3 of your new trios champions, versus Samoa Joe. This right here was Speedball at his just most kickiest, for the lack of a better term. Like they were doing kicks to the thigh, kick to the gut, kick to the face. Samoa Joe was out here checking kicks like he was in a fucking UFC ring and all that stuff. That shit was hilarious.
I thought this match was great. You know, like there was a moment where Speedball just absolutely kicked Joe in the throat. It was disgusting.
I was like, damn, there's no hiding that. There's no like protecting that, brother. He got you straight in the throat.
Joe gave that receipt though on the outside when he hit that chop. I was
that big ass chop.
Man, it was this. I like this match too. There's something about the interference though in this match. Like it brought down the mood.
Was a little too much.
It was a little too much. I think if you just have Shibata mess with the finish, I think it's fine. But I just felt like, you know, Tyler and Shibata coming out, and then there was like 4 or 5 spots of just interference and
then turn the refs back. It's like, ref, just kick them out at this point.
Yeah, it was just getting to a point. I was like, okay, like this is just not where I wanted to be, because like I mean it was great. Like it was
a kick-ass professional wrestling match. They were just doing their thing. The interference didn't like take me out of it per se, but it threatened to after like the 3rd time, and then like stomping Speedball out and then getting on the apron and distracting him before he tried to hit the ultimate weapon. I will say the Shibata double suplex was fucking godly though.
That was awesome. I will say that was, like I said, if just Shibata was out there, I would have been happier. I can't lie. Yeah. Like Shibata was doing his thing. It was just, you know, Tyler just ruining the vibes. I don't know, just like
he missed on like 3 of those stomps. I'm like, brother.
Oh my gosh. And the Tims. I was like, bro, you gotta go, man.
Brother, from St. Mark's Plate. You are not from Brownsville, Hook. That's not you. You're not a thug. Your daddy out there on commentaries. You are not a thug.
You probably grew up in the suburbs, man.
St. Mark's Place ain't in the hood. What we doing here? You ain't been in no bodega. Nigga think he Timothy Chalamet over here. We don't accept you. Jesus. But no, I enjoyed the match a lot. Joe winning obviously was going to happen. Speedball like wrestled his ass off here. I've loved his work for many, many years now.
Mm-hmm.
His C2 stuff was like top of the line stuff. And
awesome.
And Double or Nothing last year was great. He kind of channeled back into that mode where he is just kicking the absolute shit out of Joe the entire time and not trying to do more than what like the size differential dictates he should be doing.
Yeah. And
he used his kicks to his advantage. And he didn't try to get into a striking competition like head up with Joe, which is always a dumb idea with anyone, let alone someone who's like 20 pounds, you know?
Yeah, like it's fucking Samoa Joe. Like I'm staying as far back as I can. I'm gonna hit these little kicks, and I'm gonna, you know, kind of just maneuver my way around. But yeah, what I really enjoyed though, I've noticed in wrestling now there's like bad limb work. It's just like it doesn't make sense. Like sometimes you watch a match, I'm like, why are you going for the arm? They don't do anything with their arm. But at him attacking Speedball's leg the entire match, I was like, okay, this is building to something, and it led to the Karate Kid crane kick, and I was like, okay, this is building to that.
That was hard.
That was hard. I love that spot. He's done it twice before. I think it was once at like I remember the Dynasty one with Ricochet and Kenny. I kind of remember that one. But like it's a good spot to pull out. Like if they're working the leg, like hey, Samoa Joe smart. He's like, hey, this guy's throwing kicks to me. I'm gonna fuck up his leg.
Part of his moveset. Like take it out.
Yeah, like it's like that's one thing about Joe is that he's always going to find something in the match to like, okay, this is what we can work around this. Like, this is what's going to get the audience involved. Like, this is what's going to get the heat of the match. I'm going to work your leg. Just like stuff like that is just what separates Joe from like a lot of the other guys. I know Joe's getting older, so of course you don't want to keep him in like you want to keep him in a main event scene, but not too much. Have him, lose or whatever. But like that's kind of a guy you want to keep around for moments like that, where you want to protect Speedball with how the finish was. It protects Speedball, but it also just I don't know, just shows that like Joe's smart when it comes to hey, this is how we're going to set up our match. Like this is what I want to do. Those matches were great. Other than just like I said, it almost ruined it with the interferences, but it was still great.
Yeah, it was just a little too much for my liking with the interference. Like you don't have to. It's like overprotecting Speedball a little bit in that way. Like it's Samoa Joe. He's a 2-time champion. You can just beat Speedball. It's fine. Like it's fine, guys. But again,
it's okay to lose. I promise.
Yes, it's okay to do a job, guys. It's okay to yob. Not saying Speedball's no yobber, nothing like that. But you don't have to. You have to overprotect guys when you're aging these matches because it can get formulaic when you're laying out week to week TV. You don't always do that. But really good match.
You don't want to get predictive. Like don't want to get predictive. Like where like the audience can know exactly what the finish is about to be. You know what I mean? Like ops are going to come in, interfere, and it's going to cost Speedball. Like we could see that coming a mile away. So yeah, exactly. Gotta keep that separated.
Title stuff too. So it's like you don't have to do this. Just let them wrestle it out and stuff like that. Yeah. And speaking of the ops, I think it's time to just disband them. Quite honestly. Hobbs is gone. He made that faction work when they inserted him in Spring Breakthrough. He's not there no more. It just doesn't work quite as well. Because who you got left? Shibata. We all love him. He's an OG. Shout out Unk. He loses all the time. There's no one except Joe who's like very credible. Joe can dunk it out on his own, but we don't need the ops anymore. They served their purpose.
That we saw with Joe's first run, he didn't need nobody. He just said a championship. He said, "I'm good with this, man. Like you can't beat me. I'm Joe," and that's all he needs to be. He doesn't need no ops dojo. He doesn't need Tyler.
Dojo, fuck out of here.
that ops dojo. That was
crazy.
I didn't like that.
Rest assured, y'all, the self-made dojo is nothing like the ops dojo. We actually breed real prospects.
It's real.
And I'll read a couple more super chats here, which once again, I may remind y'all, please feel free to share the love, get them on in, because we're going to be here for a little bit more longer. And we got a lot to, get through here. So keep them in, keep them coming through. Riley, $2, shout out to you. Yeah, Weezy, we're doing it for Brody FC. Brody FC, it's been a long fight, but we're here. We're ready to take it all.
I've been ready, man. I've been ready for a while. Big Brody fan here, so.
Always been a big Brody guy, and I'm really glad he's getting a shine. And once again, the homie Ish 999. You was talking a little shit about my homie Weezy here, but that's okay. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the love.
Appreciate it.
Going back to the Briscoe El Clone thing, I really don't fault Briscoe for the abysmal reign. TK just doesn't know how to book the TNT belt, and I don't know if Clone winning the belt would help him too. You see, the Kyle reign was like really, really good until we kind of got a little too cute with the Mark Briscoe series.
Yeah.
And Briscoe, to be very completely honest, I'm not like big on these days. I love him as a talent, and I always have. But like right now, I'm just not. I haven't been big on him for a while. The conglomeration stuff just kind of wears on me a bit. You don't really need it. I always liked him. I've always enjoyed him. You also see why Jay was the single star, and he wasn't at times.
Yeah.
Not as a derogatory thing. I'm just saying, like, there was a little more polish to what Jay did, and Mark was always the wild card of the two. And you see it when he gets opportunity to wrestle in plunder matches, and when he gets in the series with Kyle, he does like a lot of wild shit. But him as a singles champion on television is kind of, it's a little strange. But again, not all his fault. The TNT title has always been a strange belt since its inception, quite honestly. I think it would help him a little just because he'd wrestle more on TV. theoretically. And when heels have the belt, it tends to be a bit better. But
it usually is, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But again, not all Mark's fault. It's never always the wrestler's fault. Like, we'll always say that.
Yeah, I'm never going to fault Mark Briscoe for, how he's booked. It's just sometimes it's just the way it is. And I don't think the TNT title has been properly booked since 2021. I think Redeemer era, I think, was probably the best time I saw the TNT title book.
Scorpio, like, back and forth was
that killed that like absolutely killed the title.
Yeah, it was just it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. And we did mention there's 2 title matches involving the Don Callis family. We're gonna get into the FTR stuff in a little bit, but we also like to mention the Women's World Championship is also on the line next week. Thekla versus Kris Statlander. After Thekla pinned her last week, she accepted the challenge from Stat. Kind of backstage pre-tape, which, by the way, Thekla's pre-tapes are fucking awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, like the way her I ain't gonna say aura, but like her presentation works so much better in pre-tapes, to be completely honest with you, for me. Him and the Sisters of Sin in general. Because again, do you really want to see the Sisters of Sin doing the whole like charmed act like in front of like 5,000 people? No. And Thekla is menacing, she's threatening. She's the best heel that this division's had in a long time in terms of actually being a real threat and being a real thorn in everyone's side. Yeah. One problem is she comes down and does this whole thing. She's like 2 feet, she's like 2 apples tall.
Yeah. There's something intimidating. There's something intimidating about her, even though she is, shorter. Like, it's something like you feel threatened whenever she's there. You're like, oh shit. Like, especially that series with, I think that Thekla Aminata series that they had, like, really kind of like showed like she's a real deal. Like, don't count her like out, like, and but yeah, I agree about her being one of the better women's heels. Like her and Mercedes, I would just keep just up there. Just as your top heels. I mean, you might turn Mercedes, face eventually, but for now, just let those 2 kind of rock at the top of the women's division. I wouldn't be surprised if Thekla wins on Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually have a right mind to say she should win.
I would actually be very excited because I could see a lot more opponents for Thekla as a heel, champion going against the baby faces than I do Kris Stat holding the title. Yeah. I love Kris Stat, but I think it is time to kind of.
There's something missing with Stat because the way I see it with the division, there's 3 stars, like real established, like overstars in this division, in that it's Tony, it's Mercedes, and then there's Willow. Like, those are your 3. Yeah. That's your big 3. Give them the championship anytime you want to, and they can hold that thing for a long time, for several months on end. Then you have your tier 2 of people who we like and that they're really credible. Stat is in that class. I think Jamie could be in that class. Thekla
100%
is in that class, absolutely. You can give her like a 3-month down rate. It could be very credible, and you can just have people chase after her. And I do think there is something to the idea of Thekla winning this belt, and you can have just Stat chase it and try to get it back. And I think you can get a lot more out of her personality-wise than just her retaining.
Yeah.
Because we love Stat. She's great in the ring. There's just something missing with her personality-wise. And they tried a whole bunch of things. It just doesn't always click. I think the little heel run she had with Stoke was probably the best, and then they killed that. So
yeah, really quick, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a lot to figure out. But she'll get there eventually. Like, she's only 30, guys. Like, we love her. Just, yeah. I want to see her spread her wings a little bit more as a personality.
Yeah, incredible in ring. Just outside of it, we do need some work. We need a little bit of work. Kind of figure out like where we want to go with her.
Figure out what works, what presentation works. The Cosmic Killer thing, there's something there, but you got to spouse on it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I've got a little $4.99 super chat here. Keep it coming. Appreciate y'all. Billy Killjoy. Shout out to Gears, to 2 Gears fans out here doing their thing, reviewing real graps. Yes, sir. We Gary chopping over here talking about graps, man. Self-made shit, self-made for life. And go Gears, chop. Hell yeah. Now, Summerall, you are our savior.
They coming to save us, man. I need it. Are we looking good coming off the transfer portal? I can't lie. I'm excited to see what we can do in this offense.
Yeah, I don't know about the quarterback situation, but my homie Tremel Jones Jacksonville's own. Room for you, baby. We got it.
I'm rooting for Jamil too. I like Jamil a lot. So
Yeah.
I think with Buster's system though, I think you can kind of fit any quarterback into it. I think Buster can make it succeed.
Yeah,
So
that could be fine.
yeah.
And also, we got a message here from the boss. Fuck the gears. Hashtag. Come on, bro. Come on, yo. You know what, bro? That's okay. That's cool. We play y'all this year, so line that shit up. We gonna see what's up.
I won't be locked in. Don't run from it, Ayo. Don't run from it.
You can't even tell us about Natties, bro. Because the last time y'all played for Natties when we whooped y'all ass. I'm just gonna let y'all know that now.
I rewatched that game recently too.
The last time OU won a national championship, the Twin Towers were still standing.
That was a long time ago. Some of the people in chat weren't born yet.
Yo, Bobby Hill, who's coaching Tennessee currently, Josh Heupel, was an All-American quarterback. Last time you won a championship. He was about 50, 70 pounds light. So I'm just going to let that out. I'm just going to put it out there. It's okay. We love you, Ayo. We're going to line it up. That's okay. Anyway, back to the show. We'll take a little detour here. We'll go... How about let's go to Timeless Love Bombs versus Megan Bain and Penelope Ford here real quick. So this is a fun match, and it was basically let's find all types of ways for Megan Bain to murder Maria Shafir.
Yeah.
Like that one, like how much did in the outside where like she just like overshot it. Tony, she let it right past Tony.
Yeah, I thought Mina died on it, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, is the match gonna have to stop? I was like what just happened?
Yo, they thought Tony died. They thought Marina died because Tony was checking on her. They kept cutting away and just let Megan and
I was like,
Megan and pose up and stuff like that. And it was funny as all hell. They ain't funny.
Megan is I've been pretty high on Megan since she's come in. I honestly around Dynasty, I said Megan should have beat Tony for the women's title. Yeah. I felt like that would have been a nice change of pace. But you know that hasn't happened. But I do see Megan getting gold. I assume it would be the tag titles. I think they're the ones to beat Willow and Harley. But no, I think Megan in ring is really good. And Penelope is a good like sidekick for her.
Yeah. It's a really fun pairing, and I'm really happy that she's back because she was going to be out for the year.
It was like it was looking rough. I was like, okay, like we're not going to get a tag title anytime soon, but I think it's coming. But a really fun tag match. Honestly, I kind of like I didn't have high expectations going in for this one at all. I was like, okay, this might be like something where like I kind of just like watch in the background while I scroll on Twitter, honestly. But no, I was locked in the entire time. As soon as Mina got chucked over the top rope, I was like, all right, I'm in. I'm locked in.
Yeah.
And Tony's hot tags in like these tag matches have been awesome. Like she's great on getting the crowd just to believe, and like she just has a hard hitting offense. I can't lie. Her drop kicks, her hip attacks are look deadly every single time. I think this one was very much an underrated like match on the card. I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had my time with it. I'm glad they kept Marina involved with Megan. She played a part in the finish. She hit the mother's belt.
Yeah.
On the when she was about to try to break the pin up on Mina. They hit her with a doomsday device, and she was straight up like flipped straight on her stomach. And I'm like, oh my god.
It was awesome. I love the doom. I love that they do the doomsday. It's such a like I feel like more teams should like, or I feel like that's just such a good finish. Then for them to use that, I think it's awesome. But yeah, with Marina kind of stopping Tony with Mother's Milk, I think that would lead to a Mariah Tony match Marina Tony match at probably Grand Slam Australia, if I had to guess. But that match needs a step. You cannot have that be a singles match.
No, because you've already tried the singles match and end up in the DQ. You have to up the level of intensity.
Yeah, you have to.
Simply, you don't want Maria Shafir wrestling in a straight up one-on-one, ever, really, as much as possible.
Some sort of Australian brawl, or like some sort of just like let us see some blood. Like let us see just like Marina just be a complete psychopath. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see Tony unlock like some of her best work was, when she, the Hollywood ending, when she just like unlocks something where like she starts bleeding, she's like, I'm fully in it. I need to see that come out. And I think that perfect time for that would be Grand Slam Australia. Let her home crowd kind of see her just lose it.
Yeah, do that. Let Megan and Penelope win the tag belts. Hell, I would have my right mind to do the whole. Excuse me. Two defenses in one night thing. Willow that she talked about. Like, let her defend the TBS belt against somebody. Hell, let her against Megan. Fuck it, why not? And then the tag belts before that.
Yeah.
And let's do some creative here with that. And I'm excited to see where that goes. There's a whole lot of stuff that I am excited about. Feels a little cold without Mercedes, but like there's a universe where we can kind of get this heated up real quick with the division.
Yeah.
And excited for Thekla and Kris next week. See how that goes. And yeah, locked in for that. And while we go back to some other stuff, got $4.99. Once that's pounds from Zane 977. Appreciate the love. Jet speed stocks at an all-time high. Easily the biggest beneficiaries from the C2 and currently in Darby Allin territory of guaranteed TV bangers. Absolutely.
100%,
I thought
I agree.
Jet Speed had arguably the best TV match of the year up to that point when they wrestled the Bucks last year. I really enjoyed their work on pay-per-view. The opening to, was it Dynasty where they had the pre-show match with the 0 hour match with FTR that bled into the show?
That was Full Gear, I think.
One of those shows. It might have been Wrestle Dream, actually. One of the two.
Yeah, it was Wrestle Dream. It was Wrestle Dream. It was one of those ones in fall. I just can't remember which one. Yeah.
I enjoyed all that stuff. I enjoyed their trios stuff with Hangman throughout the year. I've really been a fan of that stuff. And I love Jet Speed to death. And they have a lot of big things earmarked for them, especially Kevin. We're going to get to that when we get to the Swerve Hangman match in the Young Talent segment. So stay tuned. Keep getting your super chats in. Keep liking this video. We locked in. And Weezy, I'm going to let you read this one from Big Chopper, Butt 99. Read that out for me, brother.
Two-tone Beezy looking like Wheezy. You already know, man. Hey, shout out to Chopper, man.
Clear, shout out bleed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my dog, man.
We told her he bit like B, but she didn't believe him.
Shout out. Appreciate you, Big Chopper. Appreciate you, man.
All right, so I guess we can't run from it forever. You have the shirt on. You repping the set. You might as well. FTR versus Alec Price and Jordan Oliver. Young tag team that recently got signed this past weekend. Alec Price wrestled for the world title in a limitless show. They got contracts after that. They've done some ROH work and did some dark match stuff. So excited to see how they looked here. And I'll say it was a nice little brisk showing. It was a match where FTR very clearly won. Like they won it going away. Wasn't that much of a struggle, but when it was, they gave those two an opportunity to breathe and showcase why people are high on them and why they have a future in AEW, which we'll really get into it when we get to the segment about young talent. But this was a nice example. Didn't have to give them a lot, but they gave them enough.
Yeah. I thought this did what it needed to do, honestly. It showcased what they're able to do, but also, it was short enough to where, like, okay, FTR is the dominant team, like they're going to get the upper hand on you. These guys are just young. But what impressed me was Alec Price. I mean, I've seen Alec Price before, hundreds of times in the Indies. But his offense is just, I think it's going to take some time, but I think the AEW audience is going to fall in love with Alec Price, mainly just because of what he does, almost in a similar vibe of Dante Martin before his leg injury, to where like you match him up against somebody big and he like just for a moment you feel a sense of like he's going to win. It just give us a moment like that. With Dante did it with it was the Bucks and Kenny. Give us a moment like that with Alec Price, and I really think this team could work. Jordan Oliver, I'm not as high on as I am with Alec Price, but I still think the pairing is good. Honestly, I think Oliver's best thing is that his bumping and selling. Honestly, I think Alec Price is better with his offense.
Yeah, because there was one spot I wanted to say there was the Swirl Ring of Honor where Price did this that really cool dive he does. He tagged Oliver at the same time.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah, incredible.
That was sick. Like, I love.
I think that's the
design
match. I think that's the match that got them signed. I think Tony was like, "Hold on, we might have something here." And
I really do think that was like, wait a minute,
yeah,
they might have a little something. Like the tag division needs some new faces in it, especially young baby faces and things like that. So give them a little time to grow. Give them time to figure out their TV look. Because Price, I like him a lot. He does need to work on the look a little bit.
yeah.
Oliver, in some ways, yes, he's a little bit further along in that, but they'll figure it out. They're young, and we'll get into it later. But this is what you do with young guys that you like. You give them opportunities to shine. Are they going to be finished products? Absolutely not. But you want them to show enough to where it's like, okay, this is why I believe in you, and we're gonna build off of this. And good showing from Price. I liked Oliver selling in here. I liked FTR just kind of winning, and I liked how prepared Oliver and Price looked at times. Where you could very much tell they're young wrestlers and actually watched FTR matches, and they actually like prepared for a lot of their signature offense. Took an ass whooping, but they prepared. So kudos to them. Kudos to this match. Stokely is absolute gem. He's like the best part of FTR by a country mile.
Dude, yeah.
Love him to death.
Well, one of more underrated signings of AEW, I think. Just the way he just like, I don't know, he's just hilarious. Just is one of my favorite parts of just the FTR gimmick right now. It's just, make sure you go visit. What is it? Help Big Stoke or support BigStoke.com.
Brother, I love you still, but I am not donating to that cause, brother. You were signed to a major company. I am not donating. I saw the shoes you was wearing, bro. I know Shicey didn't like you back then. I love him so much. It was getting a little spooky there for a second because I was thinking, okay, are they ever gonna figure out the right role for him? I don't even love FTR at all. Like I've made that known, but he does help the act in terms of adding some levity to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm excited for the match versus Davison Doyle next week. I think Davison Doyle should kick the shit out of him, quite frankly, and kind of jolt his division because I don't want to job them out their first real tag match. Like I don't want to do that.
I'm ready for an audience to see Doyle do an also bomb from the top. I've been waiting for that. I'm telling you, like, I think Doyle is really gonna. I think the crowds are gonna love Doyle just because of what he's able to do in the ring. Like he's incredibly strong. I really think. I think Cash would be willing to take that. I think that's what you do next week.
Cash is great. He's a psychopath, so he absolutely will take something so really stupid. Like he will. And Jake something, the new Jake Doyle. First of all, glad they're using his shoot name because Jake something just wasn't going to work on a major company. It just wasn't. But he's always been a unique big guy to me for years now. Where I always thought, is he this good or is he like small room good and on a major TV saying he's just going to kind of look weird? No, he is that guy. He is who he thinks he is. And I'm really excited to see him wrestle a classic 2v2 tag. The 4-way tag was fun last week, but him getting to actually like spread his wings and show what he can do and show this team with Davis because Davis was on the verge of just complete floundering because Aussie Open, they got broken up quick because they took the Kyle and he was left in the win. Then he got hurt twice and now he's back and the Kyle's family just does a grunt. But then they gave him a tag partner with Doyle and it's a really cool, really unique looking team. And a different team than what's usually in the division. Like there's two big guys who just throw people around and murder people. Like that is a really nice change of pace. And I'm excited to see what they do next week.
I am too. I really do like this tag team pairing. Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. FTR did something cool for a change.
That's what we do, man. What we do.
I don't know. Just
wait till next week, man. Just wait, man. I promise.
Look, I'll give him an opportunity. I'll give him a chance. Hey, man, I got my eyes out. But again, y'all like this video up. Y'all keep sending super chats. We really appreciate the love. We're gonna detour real quick into the real Murzik nominees. Usually what we do is we have the poll up in the chat so everyone can read it. We'll read the winner off at the end of the show. Well, usually this is where we give our 2 cents and give our personal favorite. And this is where we're gonna lead into the main event and to our young talent segment here. I think we could both agree Kevin Knight and Swerve Strickland was our real music of the night.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, without a doubt. Incredible.
So, yeah, that was ours. And to segue into this segment here. First of all, Swerve Strickland, shout out to you, brother. You wrestled this match the correct way. You wrestled like the KG vet. You wrestled like the guy who's underestimating the young guy. while also somewhat respecting him. And then the longer the match went, you just kind of flipped that switch and you wrestled like the world champion you were a year and a half ago. You wrestled like that dominating asset that was ready to do anything to anybody. Didn't care if it was friend, foe, or someone you just straight up just don't fuck with in any way, shape, or form. He tried to kill Kevin out a couple of times in this match.
Dude, I was like, my mind was like, damn, they're gonna do that right now. I said, God damn.
Damn, got like him on the little on the side, and he's about to swerve stomp him on there, and he's gonna just basically let him suffer and try to get him in the ring.
Yeah, it was, I think this might have been Swerve's best singles match in since June. I mean, Forbidden Door was good. I think his best match since his match against Ospreay at Summer Blockbuster on Dynamite.
That's a good show.
I thought this was I think this was some of their best work. Like Swerve, there were doubters. I saw it online of people doubting if Swerve, gaining a little extra muscle, is he still going to have the same offense? And I think Swerve was like, hey, I can add some new stuff to my offense, but also keep what I had and do it at a good level.
Yeah, the backbreaker he does is really, really cool. He gets you in a torch ready position and just drops down. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's using his size. And he used the size really well against Kevin, where he just kind of tried to punk him and try to see where his mind was at, see he was ready to bang it out. And Swerve just slapped the dog, and then Swerve got the dog shit slapped out of the way. And I was like, damn, Kevin, he's not backing down.
No, yeah, Kevin's there, man.
Yeah, he's there. I loved him ever since he was in the LA dojo, quite frankly. I remember this promo he cut when they were doing a little mini feud on Dark.
Dark, yeah, it was on Dark. Yeah, watching every week, man. And I was like, hold on, this is LA. Who's this Kevin Knight kid, man? I was like, hold on, who's this?
Oh, you from Atlanta too? Oh, I know he got a little song too. Yeah, he's afraid to back down. This is what you want to see when you put these young talents in these positions to succeed. If you're being really, really genuine about it, you want to see, are they going to back down? You want to see them wrestle like they're here to win, and they're hungry, and they're ready to come get it. And with someone like Swerve, he was the proper opponent for Kevin to really showcase what he can do in this spot. Because at one point, this was my favorite part of the match. At no point in it did I feel this is just a fun exhibition. No.
Yeah.
Swerve is actively trying to chase the world championship again. And he's in that mode where he's willing to do anything to anyone to get there and wrestle as aggressive as humanly possible. And Kevin, he's fresh off winning the Trios Championship. And Swerve kind of tried to test his games a little bit in a little pre-tape on Collision. He tried to see if there was any wavering. And he didn't see any. I sure as hell didn't see any. No. Kevin was ready to go. I was like, man, I know you're talking about me on the future, but nah, fuck that. I'm right now.
I'm the now. I'm the present, bro. Yeah. I think Kevin's. I think what Kevin said is 100% true. Like, he's ready.
Yeah.
I think he's one guy you just throw into the mix now. And I'm glad he got the main event spot on the show. Like, he absolutely deserves it. He's been incredible on TV since he arrived at Dynasty and had that incredible match against Ospreay.
Yeah, this is a good example of what we mean and what we've been saying about being intentional with young talents and pushing them and getting them ready to be your guys in 2020, late 2026, all the way to 2029, 2030. This guy's only 27, 28 years old. He's ready to go. He isn't just some young pup. He's young, but he's not
he hasn't hit his prime yet. He hasn't hit his prime yet. Wrestling problems, wrestling problems, 32, 34. He's still got 4 years until he gets to that point. Yeah, we're good.
And also, when we talk about being intentional, doesn't mean you just put them on the back burner and say, we'll push you when you're 30. No, do it now. Be intentional. Let him wrestle the top dogs.
Yeah.
And this is the best push a young talent has been out of the gate in AEW since Darby, I'd probably say.
Yeah.
Probably since Darby. Where Kevin's getting these big matches. He's getting these big tag opportunities. He's a Trios champion now, teaming with your former world champion. And he got a win over Okada in the C2. He get wins over Darby in the C2. You let him have real competitive matches with Kyle Fletcher in the C2. And that should be a forever rival with him when he's ready to get to that spot. And Kevin is a plucky babyface, but there's no fear in him. There's no wavering from him.
No, he's got 100% stand on business. That's it.
Yeah. And speaking of which, now we're on the subject of Kevin Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the bosses of Self-Made, the biggest boss of Self-Made, the biggest AO has joined us.
Oh shit!
Yeah, what's good,
Hey,
chat?
what's going on with you, bro?
What's up?
How y'all enjoying the show?
Man,
Look,
we're
I'm
doing
just
good
gonna.
over here. People talking about Weezy next up. He trying to get out the Self-Made dojo and all that. You know, they fucking with it.
Just
It's
gonna,
been fun,
just gonna come out and say it, man. The boss has been watching the show. We like what's going on here a lot, man. We like what's going on here a lot.
For sure, for sure.
So, from myself, Ibu, Chriso, Rob, we want to offer Weezy a full-time position on the Destination Dynamite show.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Let's go.
Man, clap it up for Weezy. He made it out the ghetto.
Wow.
They said he was yellow, bro. They said he was too bright to look at. They said this nigga was reflective. They said that they asked him, "How are you black and get sunburnt, bro?" They asked all of these things, man. But he did it. He did it, gang. Keep up the good work, y'all. I've been really enjoying the show. It's good shit. Yeah, self-made shit, self-made forever. I'm out of here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
The biggest AO, and ladies and gentlemen, the homie Weezy is officially all self-made. What you think about that?
I'm excited. I really am. I'm gonna have to move around some things. I'm gonna be here though. I will be here on Thursdays. I will be here. Like I'm really excited.
I'm crying. He was on the ramp offering the contract, giving you a bear hug and shit.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm about to get the self-made graphics soon. Let's go, man.
This is great. Congratulations, Weezy. But again, back to
it.
Kevin Knight. Y'all see how proactive we are with our young talents here in Self-Made? That's the type of proactivity and the type of intentionality that I feel Kevin Knight is starting to really get with from AEW. Best booked and best pushed young talent straight out of the gate in a while. Really happy for him. I thought the finish was a really good indicator of what they think about, because it wasn't just something where just guys asked, "Well, go home, have a good match, kid. Thank you for warming up our former world champion for another title match." It was no. He wrestled out there with the intention of winning because, yeah, we know Swerve's in the mix, but that don't mean Kevin can't get himself in the mix if he wins. He's just not happy to be there. He's ready to go. He didn't see any fear. He didn't care who was in there wrestling. Like, he countered it with that fucking Rana, that was fucking murdered Swerve. That was fantastic.
Right into the coast to coast too, man.
Yeah. Bro, did you think for just a little bit there that he was going to go over? Just for a split second when they hit the coast to coast and got the UFO?
Dude, I held my breath. I was like, there's no way. I didn't even realize Swerve's foot had hit the rope. I was thinking the 3 was about to get counted. I was like, there's no way TK just did this. And but the foot was on the rope, unfortunately. But hey, Kevin Knight's got the best coast to coast I've ever seen. I don't care what nobody says. That man owns the coast to coast now. Nobody else can do that move. Just him.
No. The former owner of that move, it's over. Kevin Knight got it.
Bro. Be good, bro.
Yo, that coast to coast is actually really great because he puts his all into it because he's so athletic and so springy. And he gets there, he hits you just straight up full force in your fucking face.
Yeah. There's no like, oh, he almost didn't make it. No, he's gonna hit you directly straight on every time. And it just looks incredible every time too.
Yeah. Killed Darby with it and took him out to C2.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Hey, keep it in the offense, man. Fuck it, That's the part of it, man. Injuries happen.
Yeah. But yeah, again,
this match was awesome. Like I really loved the ending sequence of this, of them just trading blows, center of the ring. Swerve ducks. They both run, and Kevin Knight makes one mistake, gets caught in midair, house call midair. I thought that was insane.
Cop killer.
Yeah, cop killer, bro. Oh, it was just like.
Y'all talk about Swerve, man. That's why we eat our rice, asparagus, and we get that salmon, brother. Legit, that's what we do. Man. That's how we do it. We using cop killers now. We using our power, brother.
Listen, that's why we getting the extra muscle for, man. We didn't get it for no reason.
Yeah, man.
We trying to something new. We in the world title picture for a reason.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, this was one of my favorite Dynamite main events in a while. I mean, I loved last week's, but this was just like I was just like, God, this was special, man. I really felt it. Yeah. The power driver spot on the barricade, the drop kick off the apron that Kevin Knight did at one point. I was just like, I just fell in love with this match.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And a lot of my favorite Dynamite matches of the last year have featured Swerve. Funny enough.
Hey.
So
you might be one of the best. You might be one of the best in AEW,
All I'll say is, I hope this is a nice precursor to what we get for him, the rest of this year, because Mr. Nice Guy, I mean, Mr. Kumbaya, it's over. It's time to drop the act, brother. With the world championship on the line, Kenny Omega's back in the mix. It's time to go back to some killer shit. You pulled that killer shit this week. You was looking a little man. Hold on, who the fuck is you? Kenny Omega, when he was dapping up Hangman and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I ain't trying to be, a shit starter. I ain't trying to do all that. But something to monitor. Something to monitor.
We need that Swerve back, man. I just need it. Something about an evil Swerve, just like it is, like it's just perfect. I mean, we saw like broke into a man's house, just most like diabolical things you can think of. This man did. It was just love Swerve
as a babyface when he was doing the Ospreay feud. That was one of the best AW World Title feuds ever. He was just a dick. Like,
yeah,
bro, you're lucky I love you because I would have killed your ass if you touched my belt like that. Like, he was just on time, man.
Yeah. I will say with Swerve, rest in peace, Prophet, the producer for all of Swerve's themes for AEW. I believe he passed on Monday. And I think he did. I think he did him proud. I think he did Prophet proud.
Yeah, he did.
This match kicked ass. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, got a couple super chats here. Also, talk in light of the recent news. Got the homie Pedro $2. Congrats to Weezy, self-made forever.
Thank you, Pedro. Appreciate you, brother.
It is. Homie Bree Woo, Butt 99. Weezy might have something. Hashtag will tune in. Hey, man. Weezy has crossed the line.
Let's go. We stand. This is my present. Self-made is my present.
There we go. Ultra Instinct, Butt 99 British Pound. Weezy self-made. Yo. Yeah. This is what we do with our young talent, man. He like AL said earlier, he went through shit. And he was constantly beating the shit out of him on some Tenryu shit. Every time he was in training, sundown. Kris just looking at him, like calling him all types of names every other day, trying to test his gangster. Rob just looking out there in the corner, like, is he really gonna make it? Yeah. Watching you lose draws and feeding Manchanko.
Just bumping on straight concrete, man. They were middle of the road. They had me bumping in the middle of the street. It is like it did something to me, but I made it through. I'm here.
There we go. Got another one. Chief Esco, Butt 99. Suplex your cat, Weezy. Yo, that's crazy.
I can't do that. They're losing their minds right now. My cats are losing it, but I will not do that. I will not harm my cats.
He called you Weezy Takagi, brother.
I'm not. I ain't doing that to my cat, man. Like, I love my cats. They're right next to me. Fucking find each other. So they got their own 5-star classic going on. Day 5.
You got paw control.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, that's pretty much AEW Dynamite this week. Once again, I would also like to say we will be thanking Kenny Omega for the house, well over 4,000, probably their biggest TV house domestically in a while. Thank you, Kenny Omega. The World Title scene has been a blast so far. I think y'all missed my super chat. Type it in here. Type it in chat real quick. We'll read it off for you if I can't find it. Appreciate you.
I think we read it. I think it was the hook one. El Hijo del Taz. I think so.
Yeah, might be. Yes, if it was the hook one, we did read it. Yeah, we read it. Yeah, we read it.
Yeah. We don't call him El Hijo del Taz. We call him Tyler. That is Tyler. Nothing else.
Yeah, the El del Tyler hook. Those are slurs around here, bro. We don't do that. we don't do that here. But again, great marker of a young talent that they've earmarked for success here early on. It's a really good job of identifying who you want to be intentional with and then just doing it. New Japan's done a great job of it so far this year, which is why I've enjoyed the product for the first time in God knows how long. And yes, I know they've had good starts to the year the last couple of years, but this really does feel different. So, shout out to Japan. I hope all the young brothers over in WWE, they succeed. I hope Open Family succeeds. I hope Javon succeeds. I hope Leon Slater, when his time comes, succeeds. Kevin Knight, we will be watching you, bro. We love you. Salute you.
Well,
Hope all you have a bunch of success in this company. So yeah, that's Dynamite. And there's your last call for super chats, everyone. We're gonna announce the winner of the Real Music of the Week poll. Cade, if you'd be so kind, can you please show us the results, my brother? Weezy, anything you want to say? Now we're on the final destination. Looking ahead to next week, what are you looking forward to?
Man, I'm really looking forward to the Thekla Kris match we talked about earlier. That's like one that I actually am excited for. I actually think a title change will come from this. And I really just like both of those women in ring. I think they're fantastic. I just like to see them showcased more on television. So having that opportunity to have having a title match, I think that's going to be pretty big. I hope they get a good amount of time with that too. Also all the title matches, honestly, the tag title match I'm excited for. I'm a big Jake Doyle guy. So I'm hoping I hope we get to see more of his offense. Like last week, we really didn't get to see a lot of Doyle's offense until the end, until the finish. So I'm hoping we can kind of see what he has in store in the future of AEW.
I'm really looking forward to them getting the opportunity there. I really do hope they win, and we can just add a bit of a jolt to the division. El Clone, I really need him to win that TNT championship.
Like I said, it's not Mark Briscoe's fault, but we just need a change. We just need something a little different. We can't just repeat everything from last year. Just let's try something fresh. It's 2026 now. Yeah, give us a fresh face.
Yeah, let's add something to this TV championship and let's give it a little bit of an identity here. Let El Clone do unique stuff with it until Hogan is ready to come back and we can do that feud. Just kind of refresh this thing up, and the Callis family needs to win something.
Yeah, I think so. I think none of them have belts anymore. Or I mean, I guess Okada does have the international technically.
Yeah,
right?
It does. Yeah.
But they don't have nothing else. Like they need something. They got all those people, but they ain't got no gold around it. Like
golden.
They got a bunch of bench warmers. You got a bunch of bench warmers right now, man. You only got one person with a ring. Come on.
Yeah, you can't be trying to bow up the John Moxley and the Death Riders when you got no hardware now.
I mean, you look like the modern day Bucks right now. You only thing you got is Giannis. What you got? Bobby Portis?
Bobby Portis is crazy.
Miles Turner? Gary Trent? What are we doing? Come on.
Ryan Rollins?
Show me something. Show me something, man.
Yeah, y'all gotta do something here. But yeah. Really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to what Kenny does next week. And I hope they keep establishing that he still got it and he's ready to win that championship. Hopefully this tangled web of the other contenders also gets untangled ever so slightly. Give Brody an opportunity to, challenge like Samoa Joe and have that match. Let him have a TV opportunity. And let's get Swerve and Hangman again, where Kenny fits into that aspect. I'm really excited about the world title scene in totality for the first time in a minute.
Yeah, me too. It's been a while since I've been like really into the world title scene. It was looking spooky. I think TK finally got it back on track.
Yeah,
I think
and
so.
To shock of no one, the winner is Kevin Knight.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, that was a given, man. That match was awesome. There was a lot of good matches on Dynamite last night. That one just it just blew them all out the water. Like everything else was good. That was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with the intentionality of a young guy really getting a chance to actually wrestle and show that he's capable of being in this spot. And he wrestled like he was trying to win. He was hungry, and it wasn't a fun exhibition. Like great stuff all around. Really good Dynamite in terms of the reaction. I like the big picture stuff, the world title. Looking forward to how that unfolds. Great show. Again, congratulations to Weezy. He is #all self-made. Graduated from the dojo. regular
Thank you
member of
so
the
much.
rotation here on Destination Dynamite. We're lucky to have you. We're really excited to, have you on here. Thank you,
I
Weezy.
appreciate that, man. I mean, I really didn't feel this was ever going to come, honestly. I just thought I was going to, just hang out in the Discord. I was, I wasn't even a mod in the Discord when it, came about. I just was a regular, viewer and listener, and just happened to get lucky in some opportunities to showcase what I have, and got me here. I do want to thank you and all the bosses just for giving me this opportunity to come on today and giving me opportunity to come on in the future too. I do want to shout out, some other guys, Carlos, Baydoun, and Riley. They really did help me get here too. Getting more comfortable talking in front of people. That was something I never really did. But doing it in the Discord kind of prepared me a little bit for what was coming here. So I felt like I was a little bit prepared. Shout out to them. Shout out to y'all.
It's what we do in the dojo, everybody. We get everybody ready for the future. We get everybody ready to hand that ball off. But hey, man, great show. Really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed you being here. Tonight, we got match ranks once again. There's a very funny match in there that someone recommended. You want to,
If I could pull up the match ranks right now, I have the sheet in front of me. Let's see what matches we got tonight. Oh, actually, I don't think we have the full list, but I can give away one of the matches. It would be Diamante versus Big Swole from AEW Dark.
What was that, William? What was that?
Diamante and Big Swole and AEW Dark in 2021. We listen. Don't be fooled. We also have Sting versus Vader. We got the current AEW World Champion MJF and his match against Mystico and CMLL from early last year. We also have some CZW as well. So like some classics from the early 2000s. So join the Discord. Just hang out with us. Only $5 to get in. Like you don't have to pay anything extra to watch the match recs. Just come in and hang out with us. It's a great time. It really is. Hearing the bosses just cut it up and just being in the chat is always fun. Chat's always makes it a good time. So, and we will be watching highlights from the Carolina Panthers versus the Patriots. That game was from 2013. So this would be Super Cam versus Tom Brady. Just always some fun stuff going on in the Discord.
There you have it. The full lineup will be out later on the night. Appreciate y'all locking in with us. Self-made shit, self-made forever. Weezy is all self-made. Y'all know what it is. Peace out. Shout out all my homies in the South. We gonna get through this weather together.
It's gonna be tough.
I got through the flu. Weezy carried me through. Y'all know what it is. Thank you for watching. Enjoy this outro.
Thank you.